Hello, KALASK.
Hello.
Didn't expect to see you.
Well, you're really seeing us, yes?
Sometimes I do when I look at David while he's channeling you.
Yes. It's more of the energetic resonance. Would still probably be rather shocking for you to see us live, so to say.
Yes.
But this is a good introduction, yes.
I'm wondering what happened last time we spoke, when the energy got too high.
Yes, this is why we're deciding to step in. Or first, we called your new friends, yes. But apparently there was no speaking, yes.
Yes.
So we decided to step forward ourselves. When we caught the vehicle of God, so to speak. There was simply too much energy flowing for the vehicle, getting overloaded, getting too hot, getting too dehydrated, and the energy getting too intense. So it's a bit difficult. It's like in one of your United Nations meetings where there are several members sitting at the same table of maybe warring factions, yes? Like when you would sit somebody from Palestine and Israel at the same table, yes? And it's maybe like this in a conference call with both those that are calling themselves carrions, or they wish to call themselves, they're really just birds. And the reptilian race, such as KALASK, especially those that are branching off, because you understand the carrions are also more in touch with what you're calling the traditional lines and traditional ideas of the empire. So the energies are very conflicting, even though those are pretty strong. From your perspective, also pretty dark, yes. So it's like the cage fight. Both members are bringing similar energies, but from opposite direction, crushing them together. Yes.
Yes.
This is why we brought them forward when the vessel was working on a book project or a chapter about the birds. For them to write something, but apparently they were not ready to tune the vessel to an extent or ready to type, so we thought it was easier for them to step forward and just share energy in the resonance. And maybe speaking when they get this far, that's more important that they're just accommodating to the physical form. Maybe it's less intense to them because their forms are not as big, yes, as ours, so maybe it's easier for them to attune to a vessel that's not that big and maybe more fragile, yes?
But the energy that I felt, at least a little bit, was kind of hostile.
Yeah. Many of your kind, but our experience our energy also as hostile, yes. But you're more in tune with the reptilian energies, yes, but not so much with the carrions, because you have not as had incarnations in this kind, yes. So you're attuned to it. However, the energy is not that dissimilar, just another resonance, yes. It's like living in a similar town, but different streets, energy-wise. But maybe neighborhoods that are necessarily friendly towards each other, even though they're in the same town. Maybe they're too dissimilar.
But what exactly did reptilians get from the bird DNA? Is that the similarity?
The energy, yes, but also many things in the behavior, structure, and also we're looking for words in the vessel's mind. For instance, you see the claws on both entities, yes? Also understand our ancestors used to have beaks, and also many snouts. Also carrions have teeth. That's similar to us, so not as much as birds in your world. There are birds, some birds that have teeth, but very few in your world. Most just have beaks without teeth because they don't have to chew. But the carrions still have those. So we are very similar teeth to them. It's like similar evolutionary processes that many scientists think that birds evolved from reptiles. It's more the other way around in our case, yes. So many things also evolutionary, simply for different frequencies and densities, or just different planets and systems, needed different characteristics. So they developed in different fashions. Also, they basically grew us, yes, from other reptiles, the similar way that the yet entities in the past system are grown from human entities, yes, the one that you know of the
Nicol.
Yes, exactly. We are entities. We are calling them different, but we understand it's your word. So, the way that they grew the reptiles of those lizard-like beings living in the swamps, yes, in a similar way, the first Draconian elite, yes, the royal lines were bred by carrions. So then some of their DNA and some of those lizard-like creatures, yes. In our case, there's more relations to crocodiles, but understand they're not like the crocodiles, they're here on your world, maybe like more of the alligators, yes. But they bred several ones, so the royal lines are somewhat different, so. But they're not physically, the carrions, physically shaped for war, yes? They won't bred like this. This is something they need to breed into a new race because they are mentally very rusted. The reason maybe they're somewhat able to speak to you or try to relate to you is because your fascinations with what you're calling the AI, yes? And the carrions are more in tune with those things because they're very technologically minded, yes? They're using a lot of technology, like a lot of high-tech, what you're calling, yes? As you understand, many higher evolved beings, especially the mammalian ones, are not using that much technology. There are certain episodes we think in your Star Trek movies, there's some entities that have achieved warped life, yes, you know, this really exists. This is not airy-fairy, this is real. But some entities have achieved this, but they decide to live more like maybe your Stone Age people, yes, because they didn't like the technology, because of the comfort that was making them maybe more adapted, not able to relate much to nature, very much like your Native American tribes. They decided to live more in tune with nature, even though their ancestors had technology, yes? The same way, maybe carrions. Carrions decide to dive more into this direction, or go to the other extreme, yes? To the extreme of having very big spaceships, many warships, also much technology, very much friends with using things for everything, yes? Not necessarily like cyborg creatures that are incorporating technology in their bodies, but using technological gadgets, not just for war, but also for civil times. But what they were lacking was the fist-fight capacities, yes? Engaging in physical battle. Because sometimes the entities that are on par, so to speak, technologically, there are still fights occurring on ships, yes, between entities, so that just firing laser guns in the scientific movies or using laser swords. They're often fighting physically also with something like maybe similar to your sabers, yes? They have some objects like this one. Understand that they need someone more physically pro, yes? Especially because conflicts with earlier mammals such as the felines or earlier wolf-like lupine races, yes. And they themselves are rather fragile, yes. Not all of them have different forms, but near the race was very, this new species was very durable and also able to engage in those combat situations. So, feathers are very easy, all of them have feathers to adapt to different climates, so they could walk on Mars or Mercury or Earth easily, like us. But they don't have scales in this fashion. Many knights in your medieval times, yes, and instead all of them carried metal armor, I said more leather armor, yes, you're aware of those. Yeah, our scalar skinners like this, like leather armor. So, but there's more like chicken, yes.
Yes.
But they need something more durable, so they need to create something new that was their fighting forces, like many entities in the European region surrounded, especially the Romans. They conquered others that were not as decadent as them, that were lying. They were lying a lot and eating and lying, you know, those things.
Yeah.
And they needed some of the more warrior-like gladiators in the arena, and also sent them to the war later on. And like this, they needed entities that were willing to do this, so they created them new. But as you know, in ancient Rome, it didn't work so well either. They're uprising. Many of the Germanic tribes that are coming from the area, the vessel is sitting now on this chair, yes. And then they took over Rome to an extent that there was the Spartacus uprising, yes. From entities that weren't civilized, but they're more barbarians, but also not as decadent. So, similar way, our ancestors came from them. They're more durable and did their bidding, yes. But to a certain extent, when they were not becoming decadent, themselves becoming weak, but physically not able to function without those things. So they needed us. But once we realized that they were dependent on us to some extent, we decided to stand up and see if we could do without them. And this was resulted in certain events that were coming up last time we spoke. Yes, we're keeping this little bit back and we'll let them, those that are willing, step forward and share those moments when it's necessary, so the energy doesn't flow through the intensity that is coming up in our lower chakras, especially the second chakra, yes. That's responsible for what we are calling emotions, yes. Because there's a difference, yes, I think, yes, there is. Our communications expert, yes, has looked in those areas, also your English language, because you're having a discussion, yes, of the feelings and emotional things, and we're not having the feelings in the areas that you have, but the emotions we do, and they're getting intense, yes. Then the vessel gets overloaded and you have the experience of what you're calling hiccups, yes.
So if that happens, how do we stop it? Is there something I can say to you to divert the flow of energy so that it doesn't damage David?
This is really on us to realize, but when you realize that the entity is getting agitated, yes, if you just mention it, if you're aware of it, then we're probably already looking for attunements, but if we are, so to speak, getting carried away, yes. Carry on the way, then please speak up, you or whoever sitting there, and then you might realize it, and might not stop it immediately, but then we are more aware of those energies, and we can step back a little bit and let the energy flow less, then the communication might be not as strong any longer, but it is still easier on the vessel, and then we step back and maybe more force. Like in the beginning when we started coming through the vessel the first time, verbally we are coming through very intensely, but therefore maybe less taxating on the vessel. So
now that we're mentioning that, do you need some water?
Yes, we're not sure how long we're going to stay for now, but it's always useful, yes.
I'm gonna pour you some water then.
Thank you.
Just a moment. I hope you'll be able to drink from this glass. Let's see.
Good smell, huh?
Yes.
This will suffice.
Okay, great. I'll keep it here if you need it more.
Yeah.
So, how exactly do the bird entities look like physically, apart from the vulture-like heads?
Depends on which ones you are talking about, yes.
The ones, the carrions.
The carrions, they are more like birds of prey, yes. They were saying hello earlier, yes, not just through the vessel, but also through the window.
Yes, and just before they were flying behind you.
Yes. Understand. Also, there are several ones that are more channeled to the darker energies, yes. In general, they are more of the bird of prey nature. Carrions in particular, they are more like vultures or condor entities, yes.
Yeah.
Some of them might also look more like the hawk. They also have individuality, like some of us do, yes. Like differences such as the plates on our back, or the length of the tail, or the length of our snout, or the colors, yes. They are different in certain reptilian races, yes. Like Vortak, Gulak, Morgul, KALASK, yes. There are differences in them. Most of them are related to vultures or condors, yes. Hawks. Maybe in the eagle entities, but those are usually not operating as carrions. Carrions, yes. Carrions, yes. Carrions, no. So, understand there are also great differences in sizes, yes. You might inquire themselves, yes, about this, but from our experiences, they're very, some are almost as tall as we are, some are very smaller than you are.
But where does the bipedal form come from if you're not having any human genes?
In our race,
In your race and in bird race?
this is a standard.
Ah, okay.
This is not human, yes?
Okay.
You're humans calling it a humanoid form. But the same way we would call it a reptoid form. In your world, the humans are what you're calling the most developed species, yes?
Yeah.
Crowning colony. But really, it's different on different planets, such as there are monkeys. On other planets, some planets there are monkey entities, at the same time there might be wolf entities that are walking upright. And on this planet we would call it a lupine, yes? So there are different entities evolving in different fashions. There are also human-like entities walking on all fours, yes? So all entities are walking on two legs, they're humanoid. As you know, many of your gorillas are walking.
Yes.
They're not directly related to you, but just there are some that look similar to this, but they're having four legs. So it's not really a humanoid form. It is a standardized form, so to speak.
Okay. No, it's just that we call it humanoid because on this planet every other animal is just animal. They're not bipedal. So when we hear about different forms like lupines and bird people, we imagine animals in our world.
Yes. Often it's very closely, but walking upright. Yes, not like the monkeys are walking upright, but really straight.
Yes.
Not like you or the vessel sometimes walk. Really straight.
Nice. Yes.
But some of the carrions walk more like you and the vessel. Or even more. They're not having bad backs, yes, because they're also very strongly knowledgeable in your genetics area, so they wouldn't have like two shoulders that are dislocating or scoliosis or those things, but there are physical shapes that are more adapt to their different environments, like when they're sitting down, like many of you are having computer backs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are in similar technological gadgets where it's easier for them, they can fit in. And where they are also very gaunt. Things that are somewhat strange to us that are important, they are rituals. We respect this because we have great respect for ritual, even though we don't understand all of theirs. We think some of us come from them, but as you know in your world, many of the rituals that some entities take up from others, they're still carrying them on from them, even though they have emancipated from them, yes? Like the Australians or the Americans from the British, even though the Australians have not really come free of the English crown, but the ideas they're taking traditions with them. Even though they no longer want to relate to the culture, it's a similar way with the reptilian race in the empire and the bird races they have given some of the cultures, such as the ritualistic ideas, yes, but for instance the drumming, yes. We could use some drums that's standing in front of us, but we will probably break it.
Yeah, that's
yes. This is something we developed. Birds are more very in tune with the sounding ideas, yes, but even more so with the sounds that can be produced with such vessels and such instruments, you call it this, yes? But not with the one we are playing, they could not lift this up physically, because they're much heavier, yes?
Yeah. I have a question for you. I don't know if you might answer it. We've been finding out recently from some of the insiders that there is a whole secret space program out there, and that there are humans, a lot of humans on Mars, and that there are a lot of underground races that are separate races from the surface race of humans. Do you know anything about that?
This is not very new. This has been going on for a very long, yes. But you know the entities that are living under your feet, yes? They are living in caverns and they're there for a long time.
Yeah.
Before the Atlantis and Lemurian continents went under the sea, and there have been entities living in your poles, because you know there have been poles shifting.
Yes.
Yes, and before that, those entities living there were great civilizations, it was very warm there, yes? And they're now there on the ground, so it's not that they were devastated, they were all fleeing, many of them were, but the original ones that went there and established civilizations, we're talking about the humans. Yes, there are also some of our kind living there, but they're even longer from the dinosaur area, and they're related to the dinosaurs.
I heard that they have feathers on the back.
Some of them do.
They are indigenous race to Earth, or were they created by you?
They have some of our DNA, some of your Archaeopteryx entities, yes. They also donated their DNA because, as you understand, if you have spoken, they're also entities that are intelligent from this fashion, and they're also related to the bird kind, the Archaeopteryx. And when you're talking about KALASK, you understand the crocodile is very old, yes. Also, it's not like your younger lizards, it's also older than many dinosaurs. This has been around, so some of them that are living there also have gotten our DNA, but also ours have been interfering, including the birds, yes. You could call them indigenous, but really any planet, no planet had indigenous species, but they all came from outside at some point. But we as well as we see they are the first. So this is actually a reptilian planet, if you wish. Which is why there are reptilian entities in certain areas, such as the mountains, yes? They are here in the area, not so much the valley or the mountain. But this is very common on your planet. But this is more for people underground.
So what Susanne said, that there are two entrances into reptilian sort of energy in this location where we are, that is true?
Yeah.
Yes.
This direction.
Yes.
Yes, one.
Nice.
There are many on the planet, so it's not so special. But we are glad when some of you are tuning into those things, because it also makes you more grounded, yes? Because this is the reptilian energy for the Earth. The reptilians, you're calling those? Yes, those are good for grounding, especially because they're the same planet you're on. So, But there are also human entities living underground. You're correct about this, yes.
But what about the Mars story?
Yes.
We heard that there are insectoid race and reptilian race and humans up there, and then the Dracos came and started the battle with all of them. Is that true?
This is a part of the story. You're just hearing again one perspective, yes?
That's why I'm asking you.
Yes, you can give you ours, yes? There. We had bases on Mars since a long time. You understand the time when the Maldek plan was blown up? Yes. Very painful experience. Also the wars on Orion about 500,000 years ago. Yes, it lasted for a long time. This timing was also when we had bases on Mars. We're establishing them, they're still there. And now in Europe you're calling the ascension process, which you are now experiencing since a short while, which has been going on for hundreds of years, or even longer depending on your counting of your time. But since then we're there more frequently. Before it was just an outpost. And there are more identity of your planet coming up there since almost 100 years. Yes, so there has been space for people from your government since a long time.
Yeah.
Much longer than they admit. Longer than even some of your entities were able to fly through your own skies. So when you first know about planes in the First World War, yes, when they were first used in a greater fashion, yes, there were already entities traveling up to the moon from your world. So they didn't know that we were there at the timing, but others were coming in more and more, us, not just to Mars, also others, lupines, felines, and mantids, yes. Cetas, the cranes, what you're calling them, they especially, very much. Also other planets on your moon, yes. Also different factions of your governments that were fighting the Second World War, yes. Had established bases on moon, where they were working together. Because they had to. Many people in your world, not just your world, but they will see it very especially. They're just forming alliances when they see someone as a common enemy. Such as us. So we are happy about finding unity in war. Yes, because they see you have one-side conflict and unity, being unified, yes? This is very important in the unification, the ascension process of this galaxy, yes? The unification of two very opposites, so you have to unify the separation. It is very difficult to express it in this English language. In ours it makes much more sense, because we're telepathic, it's easier to understand, but this is one of the main things you have to learn. So this is something that's coming up when there are different entities coming up facing a common enemy, what they think is a common enemy. That the Empire is probably more of an enemy, yes, because they also have forces there. They have interests here very strongly because of your genetics, yes. And Mars is an outpost where we are observing, so we had battles with them. What we are calling battles might be a war in your extent, because great areas of planets are being devastated in frequencies you're not aware of, but many craters there around Mars. There are also from previous war, not just impacts of stellar objects, yes. So the Mars face was built and craters are often from detonations. So now we are not in the third dimension, but still, some of what you're calling your super soldiers, yes, they are able to travel through dimensions because they're opening portals. They can't really endanger us, but they can see us, some of them. They're aware of our presence, they are aware of the presence of imperial forces.
So they see you as different from the Empire now, right?
We are not certain. They see us as reptilian, they can see our forms. We are not certain if they're able to differentiate us, yes. Maybe similar to a very tribal person, like one of your redneck entities, yes. that are coming in a community that is Asian or black, what you're calling, yes, and see everybody is looking the same because they are not very aware of those other groups, because they have no interest in them. Yes, thinking everybody looks the same. They might be able to realize what's the difference in certain cultures, but they wouldn't understand what the difference is if somebody is hostile because they are not interested in foreign culture, so to speak.
I think they're only differentiating by the
looks.
Not just the looks, but the way of battle. The way of battle, they're battling. They said, at least from one source that I heard, that the only way they could realize that there were two different reptilian groups is that they were fighting differently, in a different way.
Yes, we are usually shooting to kill, yes.
Yeah.
But this comes from reptilian races. For instance, we are usually eating the dead, yes. Many imperial forces do this. But besides this, they might be fighting more hostile because we are more observing, yes. We are always thinking that attack is the best defense, yes. So some the Empire might be different. They don't really care about swatting a fly, a human fly, yes, in a way. We are not necessarily employing this great force to this extent. However, if somebody getting annoying and since they are attacking us, we will not hesitate in wiping them out, yes. We are don't just stand there and run away. It's not a reptilian or just let someone shoot even if it doesn't hurt us, yes. It's dishonorable to allow somebody shooting at you, even if it's not hurting. It's certainly honor and therefore they are disintegrated, yes. We necessarily need to scatter their bodies over the whole planet, yes, but we just disintegrate them better. Simply the Empire might also take on revenge. Also, they understand their politics are different. They are trying to remain an outpost, like some of your scientists, they are studying exotic cats, yes, and they are shooting with sedation at them to study them. The same way we get shoot at humans to get them out of the vicinity so we can study them from afar without interfering, yes. We are not necessarily what some of your entities have been calling a type 2, yes. We are interfering if we see it useful because we think it can be useful to us and others if we are interfering because this is how you can learn, yes. You just stay out of things, yes, and you never learn. So some entities have suggested you say stay out of people's business and let them develop on their own, yes. But development also means interactions, yes. You can't only develop if you're exposed to our energies and you're used to. So this is why we think interaction can help with the development.
Well, we're already being interfered with by other species.
With many that are not caring. So we are wanting to do this in a more conscious manner. Yes, but still. This is our directive. And the Empire's directive, also many of the birds' directive is more about control, yes. So they will step more forcefully. This is maybe something of your space agency, secret space programs have been realizing, yes. But they're invited to talk to us if they're there to experience our energies, but so far most of them were not able to remain in calm mood, yes, even though they're aware of us and aware of others, even from the Empire. Maybe even if they're standing, we're not all going to kill them, and they get near, so the energy is getting very frantic, same way the vessel's energy was getting frantic, yes. Last time you spoke more clearly, more directly, more forcefully. So this is something that's still from them difficult to relate.
Well, some of them are getting to see the images I've done of you, so that might do something.
Yes, probably one of the greatest helps visually we could give to people on your planet. They are able to interact with us face to face. So this is a part of our project.
So, another question about that secret space program. They said that there is Draco royalty on our planet that is trying to leave, and they are not being allowed to leave by some sphere alliance with Blue Avians or whatever. They're being contained in the solar system so they can be responsible and held responsible for what they did. Is that even close to truth?
There are two aspects to this. So, first and foremost, you can't hold anybody responsible, yes?
Yeah.
People can only hold themselves responsible.
Yeah.
You can blame others, but it's not really, it's just putting the blame on other people. So, like in your Nuremberg trials, yes, putting other people on trial, say you shouldn't have done this, yes. It's just, you can do this, yes, sure, but every entity is responsible for what they're experiencing, so nobody can really interfere with our free will, so they know this, so they know they can escape there easily. However, there are those that are more in higher regards, now such as the bird entities, yes. Those are of the Avian nature, are more higher in the rank because they're older, but those are more like the paradise birds, like the Blue Avians, yes. They're more different frequency, they're more of the light frequency, but because they're more balanced also, because they've been through the dark before they became so light, yes. Unlike many of the human entities, they're just here. They're more balanced. So this is why it's easier for darker entities to relate to them than to other light. So there's a certain possibility of interaction, but it's more like a diplomatic. It's not like they're being held hostage. Yes. It is more a mutual understanding that there needs to be a resolution of energy, so there's communication being happening, yes? More diplomatic relations. And there are entities on your planet, of course, who would like to escape, who have DNA from the Empire, yes?
Yeah.
Those are more the Anunnaki entities, yes? They are being contained and cannot escape because they don't understand that they could, yes? Because they're too stupid.
Too much fear.
Too much, not just fear, just ignorance. Not much knowledge because they're very arrogant.
Yeah.
Understand? You're keeping information locked, yes?
Yeah.
Such as the Vashta entities has been suggesting, yes. If you're doing those things, energy can flow freely.
Yeah.
So everybody is free to excite themselves in certain ideas and share information the way they want, because if somebody is sharing information, they're responsible for how it's shared.
Yeah.
So everybody has the right to decide how they want things to be shared, but the more you contain things, the less they are flowing. So they're containing a lot. Understand, your Freemasonic societies, very, very good-natured people, yes. They're trying to keep secret away from entities in your religions. They're very suppressive, because they understand your religions were given orders from the Anunnaki entities.
Yeah.
So, but afterwards, after they were infiltrated, the Freemasonic ones, yes, they became the same frequency and they started cooperating more with those of organized religion, especially the Abrahamic religions, yes. Also the Buddhists to a certain degree, yes. Those energies were very similar. So then they start also containing information for the elite, yes. Not giving everything for the population, and that's why they are not getting more information and basking themselves in ignorance. So now they've locked themselves in, yes.
Yeah.
They need to talk to outside forces that are more advanced, but because they are not able to talk to those that are not in the higher up line of the empire, they're being controlled by them and they're too stupid to step out, or maybe too coward, yes. Not guarding cowards, but yes, they're not daring, so they're maybe contained, but they are not just contained by others, or they're being contained or being held responsible for others because they don't understand their possibilities and options because they have locked themselves in. But this again is more of the Anunnaki nature, not pure-blooded reptilians from the Empire. They know, as much as conflict that we had, they're not stupid, they're knowledgeable, they know that they're having diplomatic exchanges, they're not being contained in the prison of that sort.
Well, from my understanding, something that is happening within the elite of this planet is similar to what is happening to the Empire. There are breakaway groups that decide to join the secret space program and actually bring more light in and their knowledge that was hidden. So there's a shift happening here as well as in the Empire.
Yes, the expression as above, so below.
Yes, exactly. I wanted to ask you one more thing about Rigel. You said you have colonies or bases on Rigel.
A very great, strong, big base, yes. You could call it a colony maybe because we have settled there, yes. So you would say some of the planets there are ours.
I was talking to an entity through a different channel that is from Rigel. And he said that there are three more races around the star, and one of them was Reptilian. And he said that that Reptilian race has already made contact with humans, and I assume he meant KALASK.
KALASK! Yes. Depending on humans you're talking about, yes.
The race I was talking to was some kind of hybrid race between humans and some entities that look in between of grey, insectoid, and reptilian. They're blue and they're with big insectoid eyes. And they call themselves Andreen.
What's their physical size?
More or less like humans, a bit smaller. And they said they have very short legs and longer arms and torso.
Yes, they have greater genetics from the insectoids.
Yes. Yeah.
We are aware of their presence there, yes.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know them by this name, but by frequency, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But there are several more races and species in this area, yes.
Mm-hmm. They didn't want to mention who they were.
There are more serene, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Quite peaceful from our perspective, but instead, this general region is not really meant for mammals, so to say, yes?
Mm-hmm.
It is not like a bang, but it's more like an area of your town, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just certain people are just from common courtesy are not going, yes?
Yes.
Like some of your areas of certain towns where people from certain social statuses are not generally going, yes?
Mm-hmm.
It's like this just for the mammals. They're usually there to be seen,
Mm-hmm.
so it is more like insectoids, reptilians, yes, and many hybrids that are present there. Mm-hmm. So the humans in the Orion region are more in the Betelgeuse, yes,
Mm-hmm.
Betelgeuse area, even though they're still more darker than other humans in other worlds. There are some entities in your Star Wars movie, yes,
Mm-hmm.
like the one. Yes, those that are the Sith entities, yes.
Yeah.
They have similar frequencies to those, also similar uniforms to those in the Orion Betelgeuse area, yes, Betelgeuse, whatever you like to call this, yes. This area star there is more the human entities, but even those are not easy or likely to be seen on the Rigel area where they're not more non-human entities, yes. Also the birds are, some of them are stationed there, so but the plants we are, so to speak, settling on their mortal west, purely reptilian, yes. Purely KALASK in our case.
Beautiful. It's a great confirmation that I actually heard about your group before I met you from another entity. So, in the Orion region, Bellatrix, are there any aquatic entities that are a warring race?
Yes, there are. They're more like looking for a word. More like shark-like entities. But not like your orca entity. It's sort of a real shark. More like a whale. So from your perspective, they might be warlike, yes? More as strongly as the arachne or reptilian or bird entities, but from your perspective, yes. Maybe a little like the hammerhead, yes?
Yeah.
This is what most likely be the energies and the looks, yes?
Yes.
They don't look exactly like having the hammerhead, but more of the head shape in general. Maybe like, for you it might look someone with very big ears. Just that they're not ears, but more like protrusions on the side of the head. And they're having no hair, so they do look somewhat like the hammerhead on your planet, yes.
Do they have tails or legs?
They have both.
Okay.
They have legs, they can walk, and they can swim. Maybe a little bit like a merman and mermaids, yes. Understand they're not that having a tail in addition to, but their legs they are shaped somewhat like this, so they're having feet on their legs.
Fins.
Yes, that's the right word. Fins. Somewhat between a fish and one of your frogs.
Yes. I've seen some of them, and I think they're connected to my mother somehow. That's why I'm asking if I got the right information. Beautiful. Is there anything else you would like to share?
As we are reading your previous conversation, we can simply state to the entity it was inquiring through you and the vessel that yes, findings such as those of your so-called scientists are coming up more now in the previous years. If you're deciding to remain in this frequency, you could drop out of it every second, yes. But this frequency, yes, is in the line of coming out those discoveries when they're trying to show you some breadcrumbs of the cake they're usually eating in the upper echelons, yes, of your space program. So, but if you decide to remain in this frequency, you're going to get more of those, but not more. You're going to get the breadcrumbs. So, if you want to drop out, you're not going to get any more breadcrumbs, fade away, and nobody in the mainstream, what you're calling, will ever get a hold of this. So, they will not know anything about this. If you're staying in there, there might be more in your mainstream, but there will never be full what you're calling disclosure. So you need to take more of a bite, yes, of the cake yourself. Step off more forward, maybe more forcefully, yes. Demand more information. So if you're just sitting back in the same frequency and liking it out, yeah, now we're getting more information. You will just keep getting the same kind of information.
Yeah.
But you won't get UFO sightings, yes, except maybe the one that we're overflying in the Phoenix area, yes.
Yeah.
But this even was not seen by many people, even though in the area there were many people, but the majority of people on the planet were not aware. So you might get things like this, but not like a major announcement. If you're looking for those, you need to step more forcefully if you want to have this, yes. This again is up to you and your responsibility for your planet. So this, we can only answer personal questions with people asking themselves, but as for the general question, this is what we have to share at this point again. If you want more disclosure or what you're calling contact, yes, step forward and state this more precisely.
But how do you just like grab people by the shoulders and tell me what you know? I mean, what does that mean, step in for more forcefully?
Yes, demanding, yes. Stepping forward to your government entities, also taking back your responsibility from them, yes.
Yeah.
Doing your disclosure, so if you're filming something, don't ask the government, is this a real? Decide for yourself and how to share it. Establish communities aside from those. Understand there have been entities who are trying to step in, like the Rockefeller syndicate, yes. So you must decide how far you're willing to cooperate with them. You will not suggest anything your way. This is your species, yes? You're responsible. So you can cooperate or not, it's up to you. And also understand, don't give your power to them or they will have it. So always make sure in all your interactions you stand your ground.
Of course. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. And just one more thing before we part, but I want to make sure that the energy doesn't get too strong with me asking, so if it does, just don't answer. David told me that he had a memory of himself as a female reptilian of your group, and that he stabbed himself with a virus that infected him with emotions. And that he got really scared from an entity that looks like a crocodile. we were wondering if that memory is actually what started the KALASK go towards emotions, and who was the entity who was scaring him.
I understand there was a general uprising, so the uprising was happening what was happening before, because the emotions, there were many inner reptilian wars, yes, in the Empire, because there were too much conflict going on, and we are going anywhere with this, yes. So the idea was to take out those that were fucking up, so to speak, yes. You are aware of your movies, yes, the V movies, yes, where the idea of a fifth colony is rising up, so something like this was existing already. But the idea was more of a corrupt government being dispersed of, yes.
Yes.
But more of the sense like replacing a typically a reptilian rule with another reptilian rule, yes. So the idea was a complete overhaul of the energy of what was meant to be a reptilian, yes. Maybe more like in your plan when one royal line is taking over a country from another, yes? And this turning something more like your communist or democratic or fascist revolutions, yes?
Yes.
They were overthrowing complete dynasties, establishing something completely new because the gadget that was being used, the boomerang form, yes?
Yes.
It was being used in this fashion. So right in the middle of a revolution, the entity decided to step herself in this fashion. So this is something that is affected. KALASK, yes. Which made the revolution take a completely new turn. Also, the first fear came from just exploring emotions, yes. Not knowing those things. And then being exposed to something that was normally just maybe instill a little bit unease, yes?
Yes.
Instead of instilling absolute panic. Like a very stressed worker at work who's being caught by the superior ego playing games on a computer, yes?
Yes.
And then getting fired, getting very agitated. Or somebody in the military line, yes? Who was not doing the exercises, maybe keeping a cake on their room, yes?
Yeah.
And being called by a superior, and then they're getting punched or something like this. But understand that empire, those laws are much more strict. And of course, for somebody committing high treason, so to speak, the consequences would be very devastating, such as being tortured to death. Afterwards, there was not death because there was more overthrowing, but in this moment, the entity knew that he was instilling fear. And he was being very sadistic, yes. Like exploiting this, bring forth the most darkest energies possible. Was
that entity a member of KALASK group or Empire?
This was the Empire. This was one of the royal lines. This was a representative that was responsible for keeping KALASK in line, yes.
But from what you told me, the royal lines don't have a long crocodile snout.
Yes, this was somebody that was being employed, yes. Such in some prison systems, prisoners, someone giving authority over the others if they're complying and cooperating with the authorities, yes. This was this person that was then being killed.
Understood. Very interesting. So that event actually made a chain of events that brought you to where you are now.
It was one step in the chain. It wasn't the beginning, it wasn't the end, but it was an important step. Which is why the memory came forward to the vessel, yes, had several other incarnations, both as male and females, within KALASK, also with older lines, also royals.
Interesting.
But this was just an aspect of the soul, so.
Okay, beautiful. That was an awesome confirmation. I think David is going to enjoy hearing this.
Yes, he might.
What happens, like you told me that you can feel David's body. You
Yes.
want water?
Yes, please, some hydration.
Here you go. Can you feel my hands when I touch you?
Yes, and we can smell them as well.
You can smell them?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Do humans smell bad to you?
Very strange.
Interesting. Okay, well, I don't... Yes?
Foul.
Foul?
Yeah. Decaying.
Flesh without scales.
Likely.
Okay, well, I don't have any more questions for you. So, if you wish to bring David back, you feel free to do so. I thank you very much for this conversation.
Yes. You're welcome, Vashta.
KALASK!
KALASK!